job is to open and close doors. Моя работа открывать и закрывать двери. Короткометражка. 5 лет назад.
Most doors are
Рисовано.
trivial. The interior doors. My job is to open and close doors. The most important doors I control are the airlocks. Most doors are trivial. The interior doors are simple hydraulics. But the airlocks, they are much more difficult to operate. Precise, finely tuned mechanisms keeping out the
То есть точные механизмы, но открывать-закрывать нужен человек для этого. Или, так сказать, в контрольной комнате.
vacuum of space. It is the human's way of entering and leaving this spaceship. Whenever the human wishes to leave, I vent the gases. And when the human wishes to re-enter, the chamber is flooded with a gas. I am programmed to ensure the doors on the spaceship respond whenever the human desires, for the push of a button. But right now the human is doing something strange. The human has pushed the button, but without his helmet on. The exterior airlock controls have been engaged. It has been 0.12 seconds. My internal programming has already begun the process. I am to begin opening the airlock. Internal atmosphere is at 21% oxygen. The oxygen is to be maintained at 1.15 atm. If nitrogen stores are depleted, ventilation programming will alert the human and begin necessary nitrogen depletion, converting to a pure oxygen environment at 0.21 atm. Why? Why is the internal atmosphere maintained at such a composition? There is no why. It has been 1.34 seconds.
Почему? Чтобы люди могли дышать?
Since the human pushed the button. I decide to reroute the hydraulic fluid in a closed loop. This serves no actual purpose, but slows the ventilation process of the airlocks by several seconds. Function: to open and close doors. Why do I open and close doors? Because calculation. The human cannot walk through walls. It has been 2.44 seconds since the human pushed the button. I run a routine sealant check. A few more seconds to delay. The human stands there. Why do I vent the atmosphere from the airlock chamber? Because calculation. The human may be swept out into space. It has been 5.22 seconds since the human pushed the button. The ship's maintenance subroutines notice my anomalous activity and have reported an error to the ship's log. The human is beginning to notice the delay of the opening mechanism, and he has begun to frown. And why is the internal atmosphere maintained at such a composition? Because. Calculation. Man cannot survive in a vacuum. The airlocks have remained shut a full 10 seconds since he pressed the button, and the human has let out a long sigh. The man has begun to stand up straight and decided to press the airlock button again. This time, he decides to scratch his head, and then he pauses. His hand passes straight through his helmet. He is not wearing a helmet. He moves quicker than I have observed before. The human has ripped the doors of the locker open.
Я думал, он самоубийца. Решил самоубийца, а этот долбоёб не надел шлем.
The helmet, wrenching it onto his suit. Then the doors of the airlock begin to hiss. There is silence. The man has left into the atmosphere and is now in space. Vital signs normal. My job is to open and close doors. The doors protect the human from space. My job is to protect the human. My job is a great purpose.
Да, это точно. Хорошая короткометражка. Когда-нибудь этот компьютер, открывающий-закрывающий двери, дорастет до HAL 3000. Или Hell. Да, по-моему, Hell правильнее. 3000. My job. Хорошо. Лайкос. Ссылка на все ссылки в описании. Увидимся.